Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Greens Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. I know it has been some time since I've put out videos, and by now hopefully you've seen the one that I put out before this one that explains the reason why I've been quiet and disappeared for about a month. But if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video. It's very interesting. But this video is I just want to show you as I walk through my garden, all the stuff that's growing in my garden right now. It's not very much, but it's still something. So let's go for a walk. Look at these apples. I got just a few growing. And they're growing nicely. There's just only a few this time. There's a few more down below here. I have this guy all over my feet right now. As I'm trying to make this video, he's just rubbing all on my feet. I've got this one Arkansas black apple, just one. Once again, I didn't get much fruit this year, and that's my fault because I didn't prune and fertilize my trees and care for them like I usually do. But what I really wanted to show you guys is this. Look how pretty my mimosa is. It's huge now. I'm gonna trim it back a little bit because it's in the way of walking. And then look at all of these sunflowers. Now, I didn't even plant any of these. These are all volunteers that popped out on their own. Look how big this tomato plant is. Oh my goodness. And this tomato plant started out in the same trays as those other tomato plants. But as soon as I put him in the ground, he just took off. And this watermelon is growing nicely. But I brought you over here to show you the sunflowers, and I got distracted. Look at that. And this one is about to open up. I can see the yellow. Oh, sorry, kitty. Stepped on him. See, he's always under my feet. But I can see the yellow from the flower there. And I got all these sunflowers here. And then there's more back here. Look at that. So pretty. Look, following me. So pretty. All these sunflowers. And you know I love sunflowers. They're my favorite flower, so I'm loving it. There's corn. I want to show you guys how big around this sunflower, this real tall one. And he's got all these little side shoots coming off of him of sunflowers. But look how big the trunk is on this thing. It's huge. And if I didn't have that problem with the water and have to replace my auto timer, then he would have just kept growing. But because of the stress of him not having water, he put that head on early. So look at going down here. All these sunflowers, more opening. These are all volunteers, but they're coming out of the ground right there. And they all open. It's so pretty. I love being back here amongst all these sunflowers and having stuff still grow, even though it's not a lot this season. Even though my garden, I hadn't been able to get it all together all at the same time and get it going at the same time. I'm still very happy. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. I can't help that. And the AC sound. Can't help that one either because it's been hot. I just brought you guys over here to show you. I found my first hornworm of the season, and it was over here on my little seedlings, chowing down. So I took the whole plant over to my chicken area so the chickens can see him, and they went on ahead and pulled him off of the plant, and then I brought the plant back. But I'm noticing there's still more damage, so there might still be other hornworms over here somewhere eating on my stuff. I think that's just really crazy because these plants are so young, and I didn't think they would be on these, and not now, not this soon. But yet, I still see damage. I just don't see the hornworm. There's got to be another one in here somewhere. I should bring my daughter out here and make a contest of it. Who can find the hornworm first? Because there's definitely another one here. I don't want them eating all of my leaves off of my plants. I'm still in the process of selling these, even though there's a lot. Slowly, I'm chipping away at the amount that I have, slowly. So I want to keep them looking nice and not be selling stems. Well, I wouldn't sell stems. Look at this. That's a tomatillo. There's two of them here that already has lanterns growing. And then look how cute this is. Look at these little tiny orange hat tomatoes. They have tomatoes on them already. These are little micro tomato plants. This is my first time growing these. They have tomatoes on them already. Look at all these figs on this fig plant. Oh, I just noticed another apple. Oh, yeah. I noticed that only that one produced. I have 4 different varieties on this tree, and only that one produced on the other side. I think that was Anna's apple. So now it's my chickens over here. Look, he tripped me. He's tripping me up. Fussing at me. And making all that noise. But I got these. Oh my goodness, Ruby. But I got all of these tomatoes planted finally. I still have this bed to plant. I didn't plant this one yet. And I'm working on these to get these planted. I have ground cherries I'm going to put in these. And then I got these planted. This is a volunteer tomatillo. I managed to keep it alive all winter. And then here's some more tomatoes. All of these all started the same, all from the same batch, all from those trays, all from these trays of tomatoes that I have. It's so amazing that once they get put in the ground, they just take right off. And so I'm happy about that, because then that means that all is not lost with the ones that I have remaining. The only issue would be is if they're indeterminate, they take longer to grow and produce. And so I might be losing out on time for those. But all the determinate ones that don't take very long to grow and produce, I still have a lot of time for them. And for the cherries, I still have a lot of time for them. All these girls fussing at me. I haven't fed them their breakfast yet. And on this side, I planted some tomatoes. I planted some odd tomato plants over here. Like this one is a variegated. Oh my goodness, they can't hear me because of you. This is a variegated one called Gandalf. And the leaves are green and white. The tomatoes are supposed to be bicolored. And then this is a woolly Kate. And it's gonna put out a yellow tomato. But as you can see on the leaves, they're furry. That's interesting to me. And then this one is a porcupine tomato. It's hard to see, but he's gonna be all, hey! He's gonna be all spiky and have thorns. And then this one is the Wissipicon, something like that, peach. And the tomatoes are gonna have like a peach fuzz on them. And then I got this one down here planted with more tomatoes. As you can see, jury's still out if I'm gonna put tomatoes in this bed or plant anything in this bed. This bed has a lot of the tree roots are still growing up through this one. And I don't want those to choke out my plants. I might still put some in there just to see, but definitely not these last two beds because they're full of tree roots. And as soon as I start getting water to those beds again, the tree roots are gonna take over. I know it's like super windy, so there might be some wind sound, but just wanted to show you guys that since our walk earlier this morning, this is the only container on this side that's not filled with something. I planted all of these now. I have them all planted. And I scattered some basil seeds of different varieties of basil in these beds because all the basils that I started indoors in the trays, those trays are now dead because I couldn't keep up with maintaining them. So here we are. So I just had some dried up basil plants that I pulled out last season that were laying around, so I just grabbed those up and started just pulling the seeds, the flowers, sprinkling that on here. Like I said, those last two beds I'm not going to plant, but all of these are planted now. I'm happy for that. I feel like I accomplished something here in my garden. Go to the community garden now and do some work there because the grand opening is coming up soon. I've got a week before the grand opening and the tour, the garden tour that's going to be going on for next Saturday. So I got a lot of work to do over there at the community garden. So I'm going to get over there and I'm going to do that. And when I come back, I'm going to plant some more seeds and get some more tomato plants planted. Anyways, thank you guys for going on this little garden walk with me. And I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, God bless.